And you're listening to a live 90.5. This is the Drive program with Jerem Vag and Heba Kasua. It's 20 minutes past 5. That was the White Stripes Seven Nation Army. And really feeling it at the moment, Heba, with a lot of people losing their jobs.
It's been really, really tough on a lot of families and a lot of young people as well. Everyone's talking about two pandemics, the health crisis and the economic crisis.
Yeah, exactly. Losing your job. So we've actually asked Bethany from EK Recruitment to join us. Hi, Bethany.
Hello, how are you?
Awesome. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
And you've got some insights into the work-life careers at the moment and how you can go about navigating employment or unemployment?
Yeah. As you just said, it's been super, super tough on everyone, especially families, young people, and even elder people who have been pushed out of the workforce and are wanting to come back in. I have a few tips that since working at EK Recruitment I've picked up over the time. So I guess the first thing to start with is your resume. The resume is the first thing that we see for candidates. It's your first impression. So it's really important that one's really professional and it looks nice and it's really up to date. And also secondly, I guess, to then prepare for your interview if you get to that stage. And, these days there's a lot of online interviews. We're sort of doing 50-50 at EK Recruitment. So as long as you're dressed professionally from the top half, I think that's what counts.
That's a really good tip, because some people might say the last interview or job interview I've ever been to was 10 years ago, so I forgot how to do interviews or how to impress employers.
That's a good tip. What would you say is dressed professionally?
I'd say you look clean. If you're a male, you look nice and shaven. I also think that a nice collared shirt does the trick, and if you have it, a blazer is awesome.
You don't necessarily need to go suit and tie?
No, I think if you look clean and professional, especially because we recruit for a lot of blue collar labour, so as long as you're dressed nice, that's all that really matters.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Have you gotten any other tips for if you're trying to find a job?
I guess don't just look at job advertisements, because only 1 in 3 jobs are actually advertised. So hit up companies, hit up recruitment companies, for example, and see what they've got going, because you never know, there might be a surprise there. And just because you've taken that extra step to reach out, you might just land your next role.
That's a really good advice, because a lot of people are saying, well, there's supply and demand, not many jobs are advertised, and there are thousands, if not millions of people are looking at the moment. So you're saying we should approach companies and workplaces and say, hey, here's me, look at my professional CV, and that might have something for us that's not advertised.
Exactly, and with that, use social media to your advantage. I'm on the social marketing side of our business, and you wouldn't believe the amount of Facebook applications and things you get in. So build those LinkedIn connections, connect with people on Facebook, because you never know where it might get you.
Mm-hmm. But you also spoke about older Australians that have been forced or pushed out of the workforce. They probably are not as tech savvy as the young ones that don't know how to use LinkedIn. They've never actually had a profile on the work platforms or the Seek.com or any of those places. So what's your advice for those particular workers looking for re-employment?
You know what, that's so true. And I think it never hurts to go the good old-fashioned route of an email, or even more old-fashioned of a phone call, or even more old-fashioned.
Wow. I don't think I've ever rang a company.
But no, it definitely doesn't hurt. You've got to be persistent, I think.
Wow.
Good. Well, I can only reinforce that if you're looking for work, just back yourself and don't give up.
Yeah, exactly.
Bethany, do you see any high demand in any certain areas, jobs, industries?
You know what? When COVID first hit in March, it was super tough. Like, everywhere stopped recruiting. They were like, no, we just can't afford to have anyone on site.
Right.
But now there's been a bit of a shift, and there's been a really big pickup. Construction work, that never really stopped. That's been okay as long as COVID protocols are followed. And warehousing is a really big one that's in high demand at the moment. As you can imagine, with online orders and things being shipped, that's been really, really busy. And the good thing about warehousing and things like that is that they're generally unskilled. So if you're coming in and you're feeling nervous about not having the skills, just give it a go, because you never know.
That's actually something very important, and thank you for saying it, Bethany, because some people say, I'm only trained to do one particular job. I've done it for years. I don't know how to do anything else. But let's say that job was in hospitality and everything is shutting down now and those jobs are not available. Would you say it's an opportunity now for people to look for maybe a career change, something that they might have never thought of doing before?
Yeah, exactly. And turn it into a positive. Use it as a reason to go for that career you've always wanted to go for. And even if you don't think you've got the skills, just use the skills that you've had from your old job and think of how they would transfer into a new position. It doesn't have to be, exactly the same to transfer.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Bethany. Well, there'll be links on the Alive 90.5 FM Facebook and web page, but also if people are looking for more information, where should they go?
They can definitely hit us up on EK Recruitment. We also have a Facebook page, Instagram at EK Recruit, and you can always just give us a call, 1300 011 335.
That's old school. If you
Yes.
Which we've learned is actually
it's
okay.
It's okay to be old school.
Exactly.
Thank you, Bethany. We'll talk to you later.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you for your time, Bethany, and thank you for being with us. So obviously, a lot of things that we would have not thought about, how you look at an interview, updating your resume. My sister haven't updated her resume for 15 years.
Wow.
Because she is one of those people that moved between jobs based on recommendations. So
Right.
she never actually had
She
to
never
have
had
a resume.
Right.
And she's applied for her first job in 15 years that she actually had to apply to last week. And her resume did not reflect her skills.
Right.
Because it was 15 years old.
Right.
And I said to her,
Come on,
sit
sis.
down,
We
write down.
got to sort this out.
Let's do it. So
Right.
even ask for help. Ask family members that might be more tech savvy or more in that line of work, HR or recruitment, that might help you actually make you look better on paper. Because
Very good.
sometimes, yeah.
Time for a track.
Time for a track. Let's hear it.